What would you do if you suddenly had billions upon billions of dollars? Not just millions, I'm talking fortunes so colossal, so mind-blowingly huge, that they make the average person's wildest concept of rich look like utter peasantville. Well, for an elite tier of actors and entertainers, that unimaginable level of wealth isn't just some dreamscape fantasy. It's their standard, everyday reality in 2024. A world where private islands, super yachts larger than city blocks, and garages stocked with enough rare supercars to make Jay Leno drool are just par for the ultra-affluent course. So get ready, folks, because today on WealthWave, we're ripping off the velvet curtain to reveal the gobsmacking luxuries, lavish spending habits, and outrageous excesses surrounding the 10 richest actors on the planet right now.
Just to put the assets and fortune hoards of this A-list billionaire crew into perspective, their combined net worth rings in at around $60 billion. That's a wealth cache greater than the entire GDP of nations like New Zealand or Venezuela. These titans reside on a completely different financial stratosphere than even the regular millionaire crowd. One where owning 10, 20, or even 100 million in luxury real estate barely even registers as rich by their lofty standards. Kicking off the list at number 10 is Leonardo DiCaprio, sitting at a net worth of $3.2 billion. While that fortune alone would make Leo one of the wealthiest celebrities, for this billionaire bunch, it's basically just rounding error wealth. This Oscar winner splurged over $200 million on a mind-blowing super yacht longer than a football field, complete with its own private beach club. Then, at number 9, we have Chris Hemsworth, the rugged Aussie actor who portrayed Thor in the Marvel films. With $3.8 billion from those superhero roles and savvy business investments, he went and bought himself a $100 million private island off the Great Barrier Reef. Because when you're that loaded, owning your own secluded tropical paradise is just par for the course. The number 8 spot belongs to none other than Scarlett Johansson, who capitalized on her iconic run as Black Widow in the Marvel Cinematic Universe to amass a $4.1 billion kingdom. This allowed ScarJo to engage in the type of eccentric billionaire hobbies like purchasing a decommissioned nuclear missile silo, which she had remodeled into a home movie theater bunker.
Speaking of absolutely insane real estate splurges that blur the line between opulence and pure eccentricity, I think one particular story does a fantastic job highlighting just how truly out of this world the billionaire mindset can be. If these inside looks at the most lavish big money lifestyles have you hooked so far, go ahead and smash that like button. And make sure you're liked and subscribed to WealthWave. We're just getting started in pulling back the curtain on the billionaire elite's excessive wealth.
Look at the fortunes being wielded just within this ranking. At number 7, action legend Tom Cruise has parlayed decades as the face of the Mission Impossible franchise into an insane $4.5 billion personal net worth. A sum so colossal, he went and bought himself Payson Ranch, one of the largest private land holdings in the entire United States, spanning a staggering 165,000 acres. Then you have car aficionado Vin Diesel, coming in hot at number 6 with $5.1 billion from the massively successful Fast and Furious series. This gearhead took that big motor budget and assembled one of the world's largest personal collections of rare and exotic vehicles worth over $800 million. We're talking thousands of insanely valuable cars, all consolidated under one eccentric multi-billionaire's control. At number 5, Jennifer Lawrence's $5.8 billion fortune allowed her to pull some serious American aristocrat energy by acquiring not just one, but multiple multi-million-dollar private islands in the Caribbean that she helicopters between at her royal leisure. At number 4, we have Robert Downey Jr. with a mammoth $6.2 billion fortune. The former rehabbing wild child turned his career resurgence as Iron Man in the Marvel Cinematic Universe into a watershed of wealth, Downey shrewdly negotiated a lucrative deal, enabling him to reap residuals and profit participation from practically every Marvel venture featuring his likeness or the Tony Stark character. That's the kind of far-sighted business savvy that creates generational wealth. The number 3 spot belongs to Will Smith, the former Fresh Prince turned all-around entertainment juggernaut worth an outrageous $7.5 billion. With that economic firepower, Big Willie stunted hard by commissioning the single largest residence in Los Angeles, a $450 million, 65,000 square foot colossus of a mega mansion that makes the White House look like a quaint little bungalow.
And don't forget, Smith's power moves extend far beyond just real estate and acting bag. This multi-talented billionaire is leveraging his wealth reserves in true tycoon fashion by going full-blown corporate mogul as the co-owner of both the Philadelphia 76ers basketball franchise and a pioneering multi-billion-dollar asteroid mining company called Planet Corp. Talk about swinging for the intergalactic fences with your economic influence.
But as extraordinary as Will Smith's wealth hoard is, it still pales in comparison to the fortune stacked by the top 2 richest actor billionaires on the planet. At number 2 is the legendary Jackie Chan, sitting on a mind-numbing $8.9 billion empire. The Kung Fu movie pioneer not only banked hundreds of millions as a globe-trotting action star, but leveraged that fame into an absolutely staggering portfolio of business holdings spanning shopping malls, hotels, and prime real estate developments across Asia. Chan is such a die-hard practitioner of his craft that he actually insured just his hands alone for a stunning $400 million policy. That's nearly $500 million in coverage, strictly for his physical moneymakers in case of injury from performing insane martial arts stunts well into his 70s.
But incredibly, even Jackie Chan's borderline 10-figure net worth gets utterly dwarfed by the wealthiest actor walking the face of the earth in 2024, the one, the only, Tyler Perry.
This entertainment mogul's $16.3 billion net worth is almost too obscene to be believed. Let that colossal number rattle around your mind for a moment. Perry could literally fund the entire Marvel Cinematic Universe 10 times over and still be wealthier than the GDP of most nations. What's even crazier is how this all started from one man playing a sassy grandmother named Medea in a self-funded $5,000 play he created out of pure hustle and ambition. Fast forward a few decades and that scrappy creativity blossomed into such an overwhelmingly successful multimedia empire that Perry went full Elon Musk level eccentric. He purchased a decommissioned army base spanning over 1,000 acres and completely rebuilt the entire area from the ground up into his own fully operational film studio town called Perry Studios ATL. We're talking cutting-edge sound stages, metropolitan backlots designed to mimic city streets, editing suite compounds, and hundreds of employees all amalgamated into the physical centerpiece of Perry's entertainment kingdom. And as if that wasn't already an audacious enough vanity project for a billionaire, Perry caps it all off by traveling via a customized fleet of ultra-luxury private jets. Each plane has its entire interior remodeled to a distinct over-the-top theme like an underwater submarine voyage or the USS Enterprise from Star Trek. Because why have a simple private jet like a commoner when you possess the type of wealth that can turn every mode of transit into a fantasy playland?
Numbers like Perry's $16.3 billion net worth take on an entirely new meaning. That's the kind of fortune that transcends mere material wealth and grants you dominion over world-shaping systems and civilizations.
So while the average person might simply gawk at the reports of some celebrities' outlandish superindulgence like commissioning a private ocean liner or buying up an entire coral atoll, the enlightened billionaire likely sees those acts as something far deeper and more cosmic. To their plane of existence, it's not just an extravagant purchase, but an existential declaration of economic sovereignty. a big bang burst of resource expenditure that remakes some tiny slice of physical reality itself according to their whims and vision for grandeur.
It's a fundamentally different reality the billionaire class inhabits. Acquiring another million or billion almost becomes an afterthought. The focus shifts to wielding that economic power as an instrument of influence and self-actualization.
If all those juicy tales about generational wealth creation, asset accumulation, and mogul money moves intrigue you, show some love by smashing that like button and subscribing to WealthWave. We'll keep delivering more mind-blowing stories that pull back the curtain on how the ultra-wealthy truly operate. And while you're down there in the comments, let us know, which scenario would you prefer if you had a sudden multi-billion-dollar windfall like these iconic actor tycoons, pursuing an ultra-luxe life of excessive hedonism by buying up private islands, $500 million mega yachts, and entire fleets of rare hypercars? Or would you rather wield that economic power as an instrument for disruptive innovation, industry domination, and ambition-fueled mega projects on a civilization-shifting scale? We want to hear your take.
Whether pursuing lavish luxuries or world-changing ambitions, stories like these are why you should subscribe to WealthWave. We'll keep taking you into the billionaire's domain, so smash that like button for more.